complaints of being abused in the National Assembly. He asked Parliament to look into this matter after yet another question and answer session in the House was almost plunged into chaos by some MPs.
Malema, take your seat.
I'm not going to take my seat. You must tell Zuma to leave. Why must I listen to you when you don't tell Zuma to leave this house?
If you want to disrupt the House,
I'm not disrupting any house.
I'm not going to
I'm not going to disrupt any house. I'm not going to allow a criminal to speak in this house when you are doing nothing about this criminal. This man is collapsing our country.
Up to here and no more. That's how President Jacob Zuma feels about his treatment in the National Assembly. And he wasn't shy to share his feelings with the House on Tuesday.
I think it would be unfair for me not to raise my concern about your House. Each time when I come here, I am abused by members of your Parliament. Because instead of answering questions, I sit here being called a criminal, a thief. I think this House must do something about it, because we are going to make it very difficult for me to fulfill my constitutional obligation.
Some opposition parties say they have no sympathy for Zuma, while others pleaded for some decorum.
So frankly, him coming to Parliament and moaning about the robust treatment that he's receiving is rather like a sailor who curses the sea. This is the environment. It's a political environment. It's not an environment for sissies.
I think he's really opened himself up for that kind of attack, because he, as our citizen number one, is the first person to protect the Constitution. And if he fails, then he can complain to those who say he didn't fulfill his oath of office.
We think that a fine balance needs to be obtained in respecting the decorum of the House, respecting the office of the presidency, but bearing in mind the high levels of frustration that are being experienced by members of Parliament.
The ANC's, however, asked for Parliament to be tougher with the implementation of its new rules.
The rules allow, as I've said, for members of Parliament to conduct robust oversight without fear or favor over the executive, to hold them to account, to ask them difficult questions. What the rules do not agree or permit is for members of Parliament to hurl insult, to cause disruption, to degenerate the House into chaos.
A sentiment shared by the chairperson of Parliament's Subcommittee on Rules.
I think we should work on this matter, and then we should try to implement our rules. And then those who are not respecting the rules, I think we must take them out, because they're causing more harm than good.
Zuma's chief tormentor, the EFF, wasn't available for comment. Lukhanya Khalada, SABC News, Parliament.